If I were to think of NASA as an ass or a tits guy, I think the name says it all. They just found essentially the butthole of a black hole. Does that make any sense? With an incredibly powerful telescope that can see 800 million light years away, they can see essentially light that's being refracted. Is that the right word? Refracted? I don't know. Emitted from a black hole, but they go, wait a minute. It's not that the black hole is shooting light this way toward us. It's actually shooting light out of its asshole because the gravitational field around the black hole is so fucked up, and then it's being reflected. That's the word I was looking for. Back to us. And then when we use our telescope to be like, what is that? We go, whoa! We've just done a colonoscopy. We've been able to see the insides of what it all looks like. I think that's quite incredible. And of course, it really just looks like what you see when you have an ocular migraine and you start to lose vision in one eye. I was in high school and I'm walking down the hallway, like before even getting the first block. Like I just got to school. And I swear to God, the hallway doesn't go dark. It gets fuzzy. Like half my vision goes fuzzy and I go, what the f? Like when you're looking at those TVs and the screen, it's like shh. You remember that when TVs used to do that? It like half my vision, and not just one side, I mean all of it together, but 50% of it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like all of my vision, but 50% was like fuzzy. And I was like, huh? And I remember getting into a vestibule, if you even know what that is. Do you know what a vestibule is? It's essentially a little room before a big room. You're in a hallway, you go into the vestibule, which is a little mini room that's preparing you to go into a big room. It's like, hey, have you been in a room before? Well, I don't know. But in case if you haven't, this is what it's like. There's a door there. There's another door here. There's actually maybe 2 doors here that can go into 2 other fucking rooms. And both of them are bigger. And we don't know if you're ready for that. So we're gonna give you a small little experience now. All right? And usually people hang out in the vestibule before going into class. But that's the thing. There's gonna be people in there too, dude. You gotta be fucking ready. If you get into a fight in the vestibule, who knows what the fuck is gonna happen in the big rooms? Fucking anything. You could be assaulted. Physically. I'm not promising that of every room you go into, but there's a fucking chance. And if it happens in the vestibule, it's definitely happening in the big room. Anyway, so I go into the vestibule. And I remember my friend Shannon at the time. Now, her and I are definitely not friends anymore. Small town girl, stayed in the small town, probably is doing nothing of importance with her life. Now, I can't corroborate that because I haven't reached out to her. But, you know, me and my big LA, California way, I'm looking at her going, nah, there's no way she escaped the New Hampshire rat race, right? She's still just smoking weed on some granite slab somewhere on a mountaintop, living with her parents, still pale as shit. Anyway, I go up to Shannon. I can't make out your face. I'm probably staring at her fucking like this. And she goes, what are you talking about? And I go, I can't make out your face. I guess this video is gonna be about me going blind. This was not the plan. This was not the fucking plan. I was prepared to talk about NASA, experiencing black holes, whatever. But this is way more interesting, so I'm cool with it. And she was like, you gotta give me some more details. And I go, blink? So she's blinking and I was like, yeah, I see one blink. What's the other one doing? She's just blinking. And I go, nah, it's not even there. Fuzzy, like half of her face was fuzzy. So I go, listen, I may be dying or I'm completely fine. Let's just go into choir. That was our first class. I go, let's just go into choir. And I can sing it out. But I remember explaining to my friend Cody at the time, I was like, this is what's happening to me. And he goes, I think that's a migraine. And I go, really? And he goes, yeah, you're gonna feel like shit in about 30 minutes. And I was like, I don't know, but I've never experienced this. And he goes, no, you maybe want to call the nurse now because you're going to feel really bad. So I was like, I'll wait it out, but thank you. So 30 minutes later, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, do, wait, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Wow, dude, that one's for you, Mr. Martin. 30 minutes later, dude, I get slammed with the most intense pain I've ever felt before. I go, my head actually just got cracked open like a coconut. Dr. Strange just came out of no. You know what? The choir teacher, Mr. Martin, looked a little bit like Dr. Strange. So he was pulling some weird magic when I was doing the sols and he was doing the does. You know what I mean? We were summoning up some crazy ass shit. By the time I hit la ti do, it was like, portal opens up. Is invisible to me, and my head goes through it. It goes to Brazil, and there is this beautiful tanned Brazilian man impressing some other beautiful tanned Brazilian woman, and he's basically shucking the tree like a big corn cob because he's shucking it to get these coconuts to fall, and then he's like boosh, 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 cracking them, and then there's a whole pile of these fucking coconuts that he's cracking, and by the end of them, he looks and he goes, oh my god, there's one head in here. There's a fucking head in here. And there's me like, ow! So that's what happened. So I went to the nurse and I was like, I think I've died. I've never experienced this kind of pain before. Can I go home? And she goes, okay. And I'm driving home. The sun had come to earth. It was so bright and painful. I was literally in agony. I had to put on my mom's sunglasses. I didn't care. I was fashionable as fuck. But I was in a lot of pain. Basically, she took me to the hospital. Basically, everyone was telling me all the things to expect. My mom was like, oh yeah, my dad had this when he was a kid. She was like, you're gonna vomit 3 times. And I go, what? So we get to the hospital. The nurse is talking to me. Number 1. I go, oh, sorry. I vomit on her shoes. I vomit all over the floor. And then they moved me to another room and I vomited twice in there. And they were like, Jesus Christ, well, don't move him yet. He's gonna keep vomiting. And then after some time, they were like, you might have a brain tumor. You might have this, that. And after a while, it went away. And they were like, oh, I think you just had a migraine. Cool story. Shut up. Shut up. Stop telling them this stupid stuff. There's directors that I really like and directors I don't. You know, the older I get, the more I realize, like, can we stop with the nonsense of like, no. Do the line again, but you need to do it like your mother has just bought you ice cream, right? And this is a big deal to you. Okay, now do it. And you're like, I guess that's a positive thing. So you go back to the line and you go, Mom, thank you so much. Cut, sorry. Listen, your mom just got you ice cream. This is a big deal to you. She hasn't done this in a long time. And then you go, oh, I got what you're saying. Mom, thank you so much, right? Like kind of sarcastic, like, oh, thank you so much. You know, finally she gets me ice cream even after all these years. You know, cut, no. Sorry, I wasn't clear enough. Your mom just bought you ice cream. It's a big deal. It's been a while. And it's a flavor you've never even had before. Ever. Okay? Ready? Action. And you're like, thank you so much. Or I don't know, you start to go monotone because you're like, wait, am I like being curious? And they go, cut. That had no emotion. And you go, I know, because I don't know what you're telling me. I think directors these days should go, hey, that didn't sound natural. That can be the note. Don't, you're acting too hard. And they go, okay, shit, yeah. And then, or they can say, no, I want it to be happy. And you go, okay, cool. Right? Oh, no, I want that to be kind of sad. Okay, cool. The audience is gonna fill in the rest of the fucking, through the story and the paying attention, they're gonna fill in the blank, but you as a director, it's like, look, what do you want? I watched a video about Bill Nighy, a brilliant actor. He said this too, he goes, I like the director who tells me, hey, that was really good, but don't blink as much. And then he goes, cool, you know why? Because he knows how to do it. And if I do my job correctly, even the director's gonna go, yeah, nice. That's that thing I was talking about. You finally understood my vision. And in your head, you go, no, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about, but I just portrayed happy in a natural way. The director goes, finally, you got what I mean. And you go, okay, if you say so. If you say so.